All right, let's talk about something we've all dreaded at some point, small talk. Well, what if I told you there's a simple, super powerful framework that's basically a secret weapon, one that will make sure you literally never run out of things to say ever again? You know that feeling, don't you? That sinking feeling in your stomach when a conversation just stops. It hits a brick wall. And then comes that awkward silence, right? The panic as you're both just scrambling for something, anything to say next. It's a horrible feeling, and it happens to everyone. But guess what? It really doesn't have to happen to you. So why does this happen? Well, there's a name for this conversation killer. It's called the now trap. And honestly, it's the number one reason most small talk just fizzles out and dies. It's what happens when your entire conversation gets completely stuck in one single moment. I bet this looks pretty familiar. You ask these questions about what's happening right now. Hey, how's the food? It's good. Or how's the music? I like it. And that's it. That's the end of the line. Once you both agree on what's happening in the present, the conversation literally has nowhere else to go. It's a total dead end. And that, right there, is the heart of the problem. You're both just stuck. Conversationally, you're standing still. You are trapped in that one moment. But what if there was an escape route? You know, a way to break free? Well, there is, and we call it the time machine for conversation. It's this simple, elegant framework that lets you instantly beam the conversation up and transport it somewhere way more interesting. It gives you a basically endless supply of things to talk about. Okay, so let me introduce you to the CPF path. It's super simple. C is for current, P is for past, and F is for future. The whole idea is just beautiful in its simplicity. When you feel a conversation getting stuck in the current, you just deliberately shift it. You jump to the past or you jump to the future. All you're doing is changing the time frame. I absolutely love this quote because it just nails the logic. Seriously, think like a 5-year-old for a second. If you're just looking at a toy car, that's the current, it's kind of boring, right? But the second you start talking about where that car came from, that's the past, and where it's going, that's the future. Boom, now you have a story. You have a whole adventure. Okay, so that sounds cool in theory, right? But how do we actually use this conversational time machine? Let's break down the mechanics. And trust me, it's so intuitive once you see how it works. So here's the key thing to remember. From that current moment, you always have two escape routes. You can either jump back and ask a question about where the topic came from, its origin story, you know? That's the past. Or you can leap forward and ask what's next. That's your future. Let's put this into a real-world scenario. Picture this. You're at a conference. The classic standard opener is a current question, right? So how are you liking the conference? That's where it usually dies, but not for you. Instead of letting it fizzle, you can time travel. Jump to the past. That's so interesting. What made you decide to get into this industry in the first place? Or leap into the future. What's the one session you're most looking forward to tomorrow? See how that works? Instantly, you're having a real, engaging conversation. This is such a great analogy. A conversation is just like a hiking trail. Think about it. If you just stand still and stare at your own feet, that's the current, you're not going to see anything. You'll get bored, you'll feel stuck. But the moment you look back at the path you've already walked, the past, and then you look up at the mountain you're about to climb, the future, suddenly you can see the whole landscape. You have an entire journey to discuss. Okay, here's another quick example, this time with a super common topic, hobbies. So, someone mentions they're a runner. The now trap response is just, oh, that's cool, end of conversation. But with the CPF path, you've got options. You can go to the past. Oh, wow, did you run track in school, or is it something you picked up later? Or the future. Awesome, do you have any big races coming up this year? See? Both of those questions open the door to stories, to motivations, to goals. You know, the actual ingredients of a great conversation. All right, so the theory is solid, right? But the real magic, the part where this all clicks, is when you actually start using it. So let's get practical. Let's talk about exactly how you can put this amazing framework into practice like today. And don't worry, we're going to make this super easy. I've got a simple 3-level game plan for you. Think of it like a video game. You can start on easy mode, get comfortable, and then work your way up. The whole point is to build this into a habit so it just becomes second nature. Ready? Here we go. Level 1, easy mode, is what we're calling the lunch break. Level 2, medium mode, is the meeting starter. And for all of you out there who really want to level up, we've got challenge mode, the time travel triple. Okay, let's start with easy mode. This is super low stakes, the perfect way to practice. Your coworker's eating lunch. Instead of just a nod, ask a simple past question about where it came from. Oh, is that a homemade recipe? Or did you find a new spot nearby? It's such a tiny shift, but it can spark a way better conversation than just, that looks good. All right, ready for medium mode, the meeting starter. You know that dead time before a meeting officially kicks off? Instead of just staring at your phone, turn to the person next to you and ask a future question. Something like, are you doing anything fun to celebrate once this big project finally wraps up next week? This is an absolutely fantastic way to build rapport and actually connect with your colleagues. And finally, for the pros out there, challenge mode, the time travel triple. The goal here is to hit all three, current, past, and future in just one conversation. So you mention the situation right now, you ask about their past experience with it, and then you pivot to their future plans. I'm telling you, when you can pull this off smoothly, you have officially mastered the conversational time machine. So there you have it. You are now officially equipped with a simple, but let me tell you, profoundly effective tool. This is how you transform small talk from something you dread into a real opportunity for genuine connection. Just remember, the goal of small talk isn't just to fill the silence, right? It's about finding common ground. It's about building relationships. And the CPF path, it's not some kind of trick. It's a key. It's the key that unlocks all the good stuff, the stories, the experiences, the dreams that actually make people interesting. So the next time you feel that familiar dread, that feeling of a conversation stalling out, just remember your time machine. Look back at the path behind you and look forward to the mountain up ahead. The only real question left is, where is your next conversation going to take you?